Hey, what is up guys? Card Shuffler 99 here, and today we're going to try to put together Jon Dorenbos's trick, his live shows trick. So we're gonna try to put this together. Now, of course, there's no hard evidence, there's no proof that any of this is gonna be legit. That's, as you know, the only person who truly knows how the trick is gonna be done is gonna be Jon Dorenbos, but we're going to try to put it together ourselves, and hopefully you guys agree with us. Our channel has a contest ending July 31st. We have monthly giveaways. We're giving away a Sandsmine Sharpie, a Card Magic Kit, an Invisible Deck, and a Red Dragon Deck. All you have to do to enter is like this video, comment I want to win, and be subscribed. But anyway, let's get into it. So let's start with the beginning of the trick. In the beginning of the trick, he has judges draw pictures on notepads. And now this part, there's many different ways you could go about doing this. So the first part is using a thumper. If you don't know what a thumper is, it's a little device that someone in the audience can use to translate a message to Jon Dorenbos. Now, if you didn't know, in the big arena that they have for the performers, they have these giant TV screens on the side of the theater. Now, here's what he could have done. There are two explanations. One is that he pretty much just watches what they draw, in a sense. Now, some people made smaller drawings. For example, Mel B drew a tiny heart, and Simon drew basically a really small dog. So we can see when they're making a very small drawing, he can kind of relate, you know, this is this person's drawing, this is this person's drawing. So that's one explanation, that he's practically watching. Now, the second explanation is that, again, he uses a thumper, and he has an assistant in the audience who is sending kind of Morse code to him. So he has a receiver, and it might vibrate. Now, this could be an option. Someone in the audience, because if you think about it, he holds up the picture, right? And once he holds up the picture, the camera picks it up and shows it on the giant TV screens on the side of the theater. Someone can easily just type in, you know, send him like a code with a thumper. If you didn't know, the clairvoyants actually use this method, or may have used this method. And they use the thumper, and he can send, you know, Howie, Mel, you know, really quick kind of signals, or even maybe a number signal. For example, one like vibration that he feels could be the first judge being Simon, 2 could be the second judge. So the thumper is an option. The other option is that he just watches. Now to the second part of the trick. If you don't know, on America's Got Talent, there are a lot of camera cuts for magicians. Now here's my theory, or here's a theory. Now, the theory is that he takes the brown bag, and when he puts the bottle in and smashes it, and he basically takes an envelope out, the envelope was not the envelope inside the bottle. He actually takes out a different envelope. So the theory is that the envelope is put inside of the brown bag by whether like a fake assistant who's an audience member, or a member of the staff. Now, you do notice that Jon Dorenbos just basically carries out a hammer, right? Now, the theory basically is that he had an assistant actually come on stage, hand him the hammer, and walk away. Now, you notice there is a camera cut for that whole section, so you don't even see what happens there. Now, I doubt, honestly, he had a hammer just lying on the ground, okay? So he could have had maybe a member of the AGT staff just hand him a hammer, and in the meantime, just set down a brown bag on the ground, or, you know, put it next to the judges. That way he can grab it. Now, if that's the case, then his assistant, whether it's an audience member or a member of the AGT staff, he would write down everything the judges drew. So, or he would draw it, basically. So, like, let's say, you know, he's looking, maybe he has 2 assistants, he's watching, next thing you know, comes up on the screen, he basically does a quick sketch, right? Puts it in the envelope, and if you notice, when Jon Dorenbos does that extra part where he tries to guess Simon's a little drawing. He's doing that to buy time for his assistant to be able to draw these pictures and get them into the envelope. So you'll notice that he does buy time in that section. He can buy a good 30 seconds just doing that one part. It's completely unnecessary. So I'll give his assistant time to draw the pictures, get them in the envelope, put it in the brown bag, and deliver it to him.
And guys,
through the assistant.
So for some reason, it's a little suspicious that he brings a random brown bag just to break a bottle,
I mean, it is realistic that he doesn't want the glass to break everywhere. However, if you think realistically, there's no chance that the paper inside that bottle was actually there. You have to think realistically. He had someone else draw it and put it in the bag, and somehow he had someone, whether it's an audience member, just toss it to him, or whether it was a staff member, deliver a brown bag to him as well as a hammer in the middle of his trick, and nobody noticed. Now, of course, if you were actually watching the trick, you would know, but us being just watching on TV, you wouldn't be able to see that. So that's just our reveal, guys. Let us know what you think in the comments section below, and this is Card Shuffler 99. Thank you guys so much, and peace out.